Changing the world? Initially, everyone would want what he wants can come true. This is called being able to change the world. But it is said that changing the world is impossible. Unless changing a little can be changed. This video wants to say that we cannot force outsiders, namely those outside ourselves, to be able to follow our wishes. There are those who want to follow, and those who do not want to follow our desires are more numerous. With such a reality, then how should we behave? It is also said that we cannot change the world, what we can change is ourselves. Yes, the outline is like that, but if you want to explore it more deeply, then we must have an attitude, we must have a strong but wise personality. Do not give in to situations and conditions around us that are destructive, detrimental, and hurt others. For example, if we see someone being violent or maybe threatening other people, maybe a man persecuting a woman, and that woman is someone else or maybe her own mother, or if there are other similar cases, someone who acts bad, acts evil. If possible means it is not too dangerous, then we should rebuke the person in a kind manner. Say don't do that. What's the problem? Ask, and provide a way out or a good solution that can be done. If the person is adamant, angry and can't be handled, then the last resort that can be taken is to report it to law enforcement, which is to report it to the police. In this case, of course. There are many other cases that are not good in nature and spoil the atmosphere, create riots that need to be addressed, where the last resort, if it cannot be overcome, again is to report it to the authorities. If there are other cases in the household, not an adult child who abuses his mother, for example domestic violence, the husband abuses his wife. Then the wife can ask for help from her extended family, namely her own family or the husband's family to help, to solve the problem. In the end, you can also report to the police if the problem is too serious and dangerous. However, it is possible that the opposite can happen, a wife cannot be regulated, does not respect her husband as the head of the household, or furthermore the wife does not want to admit that her husband is the head of the household. The wife wants to manage everything, feels herself better and more capable than her husband in taking care of the household so that it runs well even though her education is far below her husband's. And her age is not older than her husband. Maybe when they got married their education was not much different, but because in work the husband was considered good, loyal and highly dedicated to the company sent him to higher education many times so that the husband's career continued to increase, causing the differences in the education of husband and wife to become getting wider. Unfortunately, the wife does not want to learn to adapt herself in acting so that her behavior and way of thinking are not far behind with her husband. Plus, if the nature of the wife who really wants to always manage, if that happens, the household will be chaotic, waste will occur. There will be a lot of unnecessary expenses because they are not useful because of the ignorance of the wife's way of thinking that she doesn't realize. In such cases, even though her husband is highly educated, he may be dragged into being stupid as well, becoming emotional, because he has been with a stupid wife for so long. His thoughts always collide with the wife's stubborn black stone. We all know that religion as well as culture has rules about how to build and run a household so that it runs well. Pastors or officials who marry off couples, or elders, at wedding receptions or at other events must have given advice to couples who are getting married, so that their household can run well and last until old age. Where the rules specify that the husband is the head of the household, the wife must recognize and respect the rules. The wife is a partner who can help ease the husband's task. The husband must love, direct, and when solving a fairly complicated problem, the husband asks the wife's opinion to talk together before making a decision by the husband. For this matter, of course, the husband has taken every way so that his wife can be aware of her status, position, and duties in the household. And maybe the husband is not successful because the wife's head is as hard as a black stone. Unless the decision is separation or divorce, then the problem becomes finished. This case, when viewed from the teaching of the Dhamma, then it is the husband's bad karma that he is picking in his current life. Maybe in his previous life the husband was a human or an unruly creature. Fortunately, nothing is eternal, there is always changing or anicca except nibbana, which never changes. Therefore, for the husband, just wait for the change to happen, while still trying and always trying to do good karma, just wait for the bad karma to run out. That's the description about wanting to change the world. I hope this video is useful. See you in another video on this channel, which is always strive to contain good, true and interesting knowledge, or maybe add something entertaining, with the hope that it is useful and not boring to watch. You can find this channel with the name Permanahadi. Please search on YouTube. Thank you for those of you who have watched this video. May you be healthy, happy, fond of doing good, and eager to live life with a peaceful heart. Bye-bye. Nan indah selalu. Tiba di depanku, semakin sedih.